The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Check. 1, 2 for the mind state. Dez Emory Law. Welcome to the show. Y'all tuned in now. Hit record, time to make it real. This that one show, mentally ill. We don't hide, we just chill. We say the kind of things that you feel. Raw talk from the couch to the curb. Every dark thought from the city to the burbs. From panics on Belle Isle, we even picking up calls. We unpack it all, no mask, no filter at all. Dez say, how you been? Low say, man, where I begin. From meds on the sink to nights you overthink. We drag it to the light, let it blink.
This is mentally ill. Say it out loud till it pop like the steel. We ain't running from the pain, we feel. Every scar that you hide, we reveal. This is mentally ill. Talk that truth, let the shame stand
What up,
still.
though? Man, welcome to another episode of Mentally Ill. I am Dez Cortez, of course. And to my right, as always, my dog, Emory Law. What it do, my buddy?
What's good, my guy?
Nothing much, man. Just having a really good weekend.
Good, bro.
And you know what's like really crazy? Hold on one second. What's like really crazy is like my son just took some of his friends to go fishing.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, bro, like that's how you know it's rubbing off. Like when a teenager take his other teenage homies to go fishing.
Let me show you something. Yeah.
And not to mention the weather not even great like that. So they excited to go fishing. So
you took them?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was dope. You know what I mean? We didn't catch a damn thing, but at the same
Still
time,
the experience, bro.
they had fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's huge because these teenagers don't really want to be doing much of nothing.
Nothing outside.
Yeah. Speaking of that, as you can see on my shirt, J Dilla, because we just had 313 day, Friday.
313 day, bro.
How was your 313 day, bro? What you do?
You know what, dog?
You gotta do something in Detroit on 313 day. What you do?
Man, sit in the house because it was cold and windy and annoying, bro. Like I wanted to get out, but I'm like, this ain't it. It's just not it, dog. Like it's far. That was that you about to be sick in the morning type of weather.
That was that. It's so cold in the D on it. Like
and
windows was
but
rattling.
the wind blowing was the
It
like.
blew
I'm
up.
cool with it being cold, but when it's windy and cold, bro. Like
They
that
said it
makes
hit like 70 miles an hour, bro.
Bruh.
It was trees all out in the street.
Garbage cans everywhere.
It was everything, man.
Yeah.
And then also too, as always, we got the voice in the darkness. What it do?
I'm just here.
He just here, as you can see. That's good. What you do on your 313 day? Nothing, nigga. Oh wait, you was running down the hill, wasn't you? What'd you say you did?
You said you got blew down the hill.
You said what happened?
I got blue on the hill.
No, you gotta push down the hill.
I went to Starters that night.
Oh, straight.
It was good. I had a 313 drink. It was like a Long Beach with some fiery stuff on top of it. It was good.
So a girly drink.
Yep.
Long Island.
You said a Long Beach.
You said Long Beach.
Long Beach is the same thing. Long Island, Long Beach.
No, you put some peach in there.
You said something sprinkly and pretty on the brim of it.
I don't know about that.
I
Look,
just
you don't even want to lick rims around here. Listen.
All right, bro.
No, too low.
Here we go. Listen. If you could make one drink for 313 day, what would it be?
an Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk?
Hypnotic and Hennessy, because
Nah.
I used to drink those back in the day, and that shit will have you fired up.
I got one for you. A mix 40 ounce of O-E, and say nine. You know how they have bottles just laying around there, and they like, you know what?
Hey, we was talking about that not too long ago. Like, bro, like we really was
Drinking malt liquor.
We was drinking malt liquor, like 40 ounces though, bro.
40s.
40. What is going on?
No, you brought it up last week as far as when Garrick left one of your back seat.
Like we really was drinking 40 ounces, but I think if a drink that represents Detroit to me would be Hennessy with a little Faygo Red Pop in it. Say that ain't no Detroit.
That's
drink.
a Detroit drink.
I would call that the grass
Or grape. Or grape.
or grape.
Yeah.
Nah, I never had neither one.
Your choice. We got to call that the grass shit.
The grass.
We setting it off, bro. I mean, we calling it the grass shit. That's the drink everybody gonna drink. We call it the grass.
You got to bring it next
Hennessy
week.
was like, yeah. I ain't drinking it because I already know what I do. That's why I stopped drinking Hennessy a long time ago.
Exactly.
Because
You might as well be prepared to fight when that nigga Dez on that. Yeah.
Oh man, we ain't gonna even talk about that.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about
That
that.
nigga come in with the look on his face like, I wish a nigga would. No, he don't even talk. He don't talk. It's the facial expressions, dog, where it's like, dog, let's get Dez out of here, dog.
I'm not a talker, sir.
Yeah. It ain't no word said.
I don't know, but you got a schnauzer on you.
But anyway, the funny thing is too though, like people don't necessarily hit me up during the week. They usually hit me up on like Saturdays and Sundays because they know like the show about to pop off.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to thank is Lily. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Like she says that she listens to us. She's fan, and also she asked me to come on her show.
You talking about Lily Mae?
No, I don't think
The
her
director?
name. Jones.
Okay.
Lily Jones, and she got another. I'm
Is she
sorry.
in New York?
Huh?
She in New York?
I don't know.
I feel like we're talking about the same person. She's a director.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. But
That's
she
my
dope.
girl.
I mean, she is. So dope. Lily, thank you so much for listening and everything like that. For dropping a line, them definitely will be on the show. So with no further ado, we got to get into it. So a lot of times people hear me talking about what's going on, but the thing is we never took it back to the root of everything. So we gonna spend 2 weeks talking about exactly what consciousness is. And we have a list of questions from viewers and other people who have been asking exactly what it is. So we're going to slow it down. We're going to take a breath. And we really just going to dig down into exactly what it is. So I got some questions from some viewers.
Okay.
And we're going to open up really quickly. Here we go. So what does being conscious mean to you? Go ahead, Lo.
To me, being conscious is being aware of, I mean, for one, yourself, but also being aware of what shifts your energy. So certain rooms, certain people, certain things, certain words, you feel that impact you in certain ways, like pretty much being awake and alert.
Got you.
So that's my definition.
Got you. Also too, and I believe consciousness it's just waking up. It's just understanding what's really going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for you to understand that it's pretty much, it's three things that's really, really playing hugely in what you do every day. And that's your mind. And me and my uncle was just talking about this. That's your mind, that's your spirit, and that's your heart. You know what I mean? And these things all work together to make you who you are. And when you can tap in with all three separately, but also join them together and understand what's going on, I mean, I believe that's what consciousness is. And that's another reason why I want everybody to understand, because I want people to actually know. Like, we've been limiting ourselves for so long. And if it don't work for you, then it don't work for you.
No,
but you still should know.
I wouldn't even say if it doesn't work for somebody, it means that they're not ready to tap in yet.
Yeah,
they might not have reached that point.
And also too, I remember, in my conversation, it was like, if somebody isn't ready, that's fine.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Like, literally, everyone is a eternal soul. Like, you got time. Like, if you don't get it in this life, you gonna get it. Like,
or you haven't even experienced that moment yet.
Yeah,
like
that too.
It may be coming in the form of some type of lesson. Who knows? Where you actually wake up and tap in. But it's gonna come.
No, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that everybody is getting more observant of what it is. You know what I mean? Starting to really feel like what's going on in their lives.
Right.
Understanding what a feeling really is. You know what I mean? And how it really affects them. Not being able to say, he pissed me off so bad, I did this. Like, nah, can't nobody really do that to you, homie. Like, that's a choice that you made. And when people start to have to look into themselves like that, which is all for.
Accountability.
For people to look into themselves. And then my brother was talking about it too. You know, you got to look into every single last situation to see what did you do in that situation if you didn't like it.
Well, on top of that, majority, and I think we're all this way. I think some discover it and make changes, but majority of people I feel are self-centered. So
Absolutely.
You look at, you don't take accountability for what actions you have done, you know, for some outcome to happen, or self-centered in a way where you're so focused on yourself that you don't even notice certain things happening around you.
And also too, it's going to relieve a lot of the people of playing the victim.
Right.
You know, and I was trapped a long time. Like, things really wasn't going down a long time for me, but I was playing the victim. You know what I mean? I was blaming it on the stomach, blaming it on football not working for me, blaming it on my family, blaming it on this, blaming it on that. And in reality, I never, ever took the opportunity to look inside myself.
Or look at the positive of it.
Yeah. A positive of it. So so people always ask me, was when you got Crohn's disease and you had to stop playing football, was that the worst thing that ever happened to you? And at some points, I probably thought it was. Mm-hmm. But Crohn's disease, I was working through it, and it really took me on a ride for about 15 years that I really, at the time, I wasn't ready for. But one thing that did happen is, if you got Crohn's disease, you understand you in the bathroom all the time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was coming home from work. It was some dudes who stayed right next door to me, young dudes I used to play dominoes with them. I'm walking in, they was like, why don't you come play dominoes with us? I'm like, cool, but I had to use the bathroom first because my stomach was hurting off the Crohn's shit. Mm-hmm. Went up there, using the bathroom. They come to the door like, something happened to your friends next door. I go outside, bro. They wheeling them out the house on stretchers.
Wow.
Somebody went in that house and Swiss cheese them right.
Wow.
At the time I was supposed to be in there.
Wow.
If I didn't have that, if I wasn't sneaking to the bathroom every 5 minutes, like if that,
Divine
like
intervention, yeah.
I would have been Swiss cheese with them.
Wow.
Playing dominoes, sitting at that table.
Wow.
So even if that's just one of the things, you know what I mean? But also too, I wasn't mentally ready to be in NFL.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
You'd have lost your mind with all that money.
My mind was already lost. So when you put the money into it, bro.
Imagine if they had NIL when you played college football.
Listen, bro. We couldn't have nothing. If you got a dinner that somebody gave you because you played on the team, you was in some trouble. People had got a suit, they was in trouble. If you got a new car, they want to know who paid for that car, how you all that, bro. We couldn't have nothing. Coaches was making millions of dollars, man, and we was sitting there broke as hell next to them all the time, doing all the interviews and traveling and doing all that. And that's how it was. And if I would have had that then, we was already the most prison team in NCAA history, so you couldn't have gave us no money.
What, going to jail?
Yeah, about 20 of us went to prison. We killed a dude. We was pimping. It was cane. It was pills. It was everything, bro.
Wow.
We was tripping up there in Mount Pleasant.
Wow, bro.
They just had a whole bunch of the wrong people there at the same time. It was like nobody to tell people no.
City
you know what I mean? It was just a bunch of dudes who needed some type of guidance at that time.
That's wild.
And we was wild. And we paid for it. And my homie went to, man, he had already left and was already playing for the Cleveland Browns. They went and took him off the field, took him to prison. And in Isabella County, so can you imagine being in the NFL and get taken to prison in Isabella County? Wow! Like you on a cot, it was just
going from one extreme to the
listen.
next.
They used to during the whole just putting it was still making them go to class. So you would have to come to class in your prison uniform. So it wasn't like work release.
What?
It was like school release, for real. So they would go to prison throughout the day and night. But when they had class, they could get out and go to class. But they had to wear their prison uniforms, walking through the halls, going to class, bro.
That's wild.
How wild is that? And what saved me that night, and I did a little drug selling back in the day, which I am not happy about. And I would say if I can go back and not do it, I wouldn't.
You had to learn from it.
But if I didn't go to Detroit to get them drugs that day, I would have been fighting with them.
Yeah.
Like, I would have went to prison with them because I was always somebody trying to be with them doing that.
Yeah.
Mentally, I felt like I had to protect my family. No matter what, whether it was the football team or whoever it was.
You know, it's funny. I tried selling weed for about 2 months in college.
How I go?
I was too scared to even ride around with an eighth of weed on campus, man. Like I was serving, like,
bro,
get somebody an eighth, a dime back, all of that. I'm like, why am I doing this?
I was scared every time I did it.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't get past that. I said, this ain't for me.
And I kept doing it, and I kept doing it, and I was scared every time.
No,
I can't even act like I was big cheap toilet paper. I was scared.
My boys, they were moving stuff like pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was like, I can do that. That's, you know, that's I got a good network of people, you know. But when you in that moment, that was one of those moments where I was like, I may have grown up in the city and around a lot of stuff, but that wasn't for me. That wasn't in me.
No, it wasn't for me either. And like, I almost lost a ton of friends, bro, selling dope. You know what I mean? Arguments and stuff that we wouldn't have never had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things that because I was trying to sell.
Yeah.
And that was one of the, but at the same time, if I wouldn't have went down to the D to go get them packages, bro, I would have been right there with them in prison. And ain't no telling what my life would have been like after that.
No, bro.
You know what I mean?
Listen, bro. Up at Lansing, at one point, our house got raided. We all got charged with maintaining a drug house. I had that on my record in my early 20s. And it's like, what happened? Yeah, I was just associated with the shit. Like I was selling half ounces of weed. That's about it.
And you got this slapped on your what's name like you.
But to see what came with it, like applying for jobs outside of college, they looking at that like I'm a menace.
It's over with.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and that's I'm trying to think. It stayed on our record for
You automatically tagged.
at least 5 years, I think, somewhere around there. Yeah, but so
You just automatically tagged. But that's also in the consciousness aspect of everything.
Oh no, I knew I wasn't supposed to be around it.
Yeah.
I didn't listen.
And I think also too, just understanding like right and wrong and good and bad is really in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? Because
It's a choice.
what's like right for you may be wrong for somebody else. You know what I mean? Because you got a good job and you can help your kids. Somebody else may have lost their job and now they may be homeless. And you know what I mean? Like there is, as you get conscious, you understand like there really is like no right or no wrong. Like like it is pertaining to you and how you feel about things. But as you look at other people, everybody is their own person.
Choices.
Everybody has something else to learn.
Yeah.
So you can't dig into nobody saying this person is bad, this person like this, but no, you can't. And when you understand that, you start looking at people differently.
Bro, I thought about this Kanye quote where he said, "They're all saints when they judging somebody else's sin."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but listen though, in my conversation with Jesus, he said it. He said, and I ain't never heard this before. He said it. He said, sin is nothing. Sin was something that somebody made up to make them feel like they was better than somebody else, bro.
Or justifying their
and
own
it
actions.
made perfect. He said it's something they made up to make them feel like they was better than some. And I had never thought about it like that. Like, you know what I mean? You just think like, cause it always existed to me. Like it was always a thing. But he was like, no, that don't exist. Like, no.
Yeah.
But that's what conscious is being about. Like not being scared about what somebody's going to think about you.
Facts.
These people here make so many decisions because of what they think somebody else going to think.
Well, you got to think majority of the world thinks like that. They care
That's what
about
I'm saying,
what others
bro.
think. They
That's how-
literally care about what somebody else thinks.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
So that's why this consciousness is important. Because if we start looking at things a lot differently, then we understand. If we start looking at everybody as us, things become different. But we got this straight up cut line. I ain't that. I ain't this. I ain't this. I ain't this. I'm not this religion. I'm not this. You know what I mean? And we get these lines that cut us away from everybody and everything. And it's killing us, dog.
Agreed.
The separation is killing us. And that's what he said. He said, hey, the fastest way to get away from God is judging others. Flat out. He didn't say murder. He ain't say selling drugs. He ain't say kid. He didn't say none of that. Judgment. When you fail to realize that that person across from you is a part of you, just having a different life, then you go about things differently, man. So that's what I believe will relieve a lot of our people of the stress that they're going through. It's people out there scared as hell right now because they believe they might go to hell for something that they did. And it affects every single last thought and thing that they do.
Yeah.
When Jesus like, I don't care what you did. That's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we have to understand that in order for us to breathe and live the way that we need to live. We got to get more conscious with our spiritual selves, dog. Because people can't keep going about their lives.
Afraid to make a mistake.
Yeah, afraid to make a mistake. Or even, let's just say, somebody died or something like that. They distraught. They tore down. Dude, I know somebody who hated their father after he died, talking about why would he ever leave us like this? Damn. We got to stop it, dog.
I think that just starts with, again, the acknowledgement. Acknowledging something happened, acknowledging you made a mistake or whatever it is, accepting it, and then healing from it. You know, I think we let a lot of trauma snowball simply off of fear. Yeah. And fear of actually facing it. And that's one of the main things I dealt with as far as just from the past, holding on to self-guilt, also holding on to regret and all that type of stuff. And it's like the moment that I acknowledged that certain things happened and I released it and accepted that it happened and it was meant for me, life got easier. That lens got more clear.
There was a quote that Jesus said that one of them dropped the mic boys. He said, why you keep begging for forgiveness if you already have it? And there's people who fall to their knees. Like, he like, dog, y'all already got it. It's nothing that you can do to pull you away from the Father. I don't care what you do. You can go murder mass everybody in this whole hood. You going to the same place that the people that you just shot going. Ain't no hell, man. It ain't none of that, dog.
You believe that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, dog. Because it can't be any different.
So you don't believe that there's two different realms that people go to? Like as far as heaven or hell?
I believe it. No. I don't think it's no hell. I think this is the worst place.
You feel like this is hell?
Yeah,
I do. I agree with that.
Because you can make it heaven or hell. You know what I mean? Like, it's hell to us.
You
because
have a choice.
Yeah, and that's what he's like. This is the worst. Like this, you won't be on another place like this. You know what I mean? Like where you limiting yourself so much. Like we come into this limiting ourselves to a certain amount, and then we have to find this stuff out. We basically turn ourselves into treasure hunters. You know what I mean? Basically, as far as this goes. So you don't have to limit yourself this much. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but we in it now. We going through it. But if we understand what's happening, then it's a big difference.
Well, I think that goes associated with like knowing some of your purpose. You know, like when you discover some of your purpose, then you move different, you know. But until then, yeah, you making mistakes. You're learning things the hard way. You're learning from other people. I feel like God speaks to each of us through one another. So,
and he said there is no sin. There's only error. If people thought about it like that, you know what I mean? And the reason that I love baseball, and right now the World Baseball Classic on right now, United States versus the Dominican Republic, it's one of the biggest games. If you're a baseball person, this is like the game, bro. Yeah. But see, I forgot what I was about to say about that. But anyway, all right. So baseball is a lot like life. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna have to get up there and swing every day. Baseball, you play 162 games. You get a batting average for a reason.
Yeah.
And you are really good if you can hit the ball 3 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And that's a good ball player.
Yeah.
And that's a beneficial ball player. And that ball player is one of the best on the team. We don't understand that here.
Yeah.
As soon as we fail at any, or quote unquote fail at anything, as soon as something don't go our way, we fold up and fall.
We quit.
When all you got to do is jump up in that boy and keep swinging. But we not understanding that, dog.
Yeah.
For real, like, we not understanding that. That's why we got to tell, like, dog, just keep swinging, dog. You going to get a hit.
Yeah.
You going to get a hit, and then you going to get better and better and better. But do not hang your head because you strike out, because you fly out before you hit into a double play. Whatever it is, dog, understand you getting back up to do it again. That's why they chose this earth for us, because it's about cycles.
That's what I tell.
It's all about cycles, dog.
I tell Emory that all the time, man.
Ups and downs, bro. And how dope is that for him to be able to hear his father say that, dog? You know what I mean?
Not let alone say it, see it.
See it, dog. Right. That's the biggest. Seeing it is the biggest, because
That's
you
what I
can
pride
say
myself
you
on.
can say all you want to say.
I pride myself on that, where it's like
seeing
you see me firsthand fighting through adversity, getting over speed bumps, man, and never giving up. So it's like when we talking our affirmations, it's like I believe in myself. I can do anything. I love God. Like, we putting that into action.
Action.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And being able, and that's all we got to do.
Yeah. Literally.
And
daily.
we have, listen, when we were doing what we was doing, it was mornings that I didn't want to wake up, bro. I wake up every morning like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do everything I want to do today.
But you're going to start and try.
And I'm going to be excited about it, dog.
Yeah.
That's a whole,
But
that's
that
a whole
takes
other
time.
world.
But that takes time.
It takes time.
Because here's the thing, and I'm pretty sure you agree. Getting through some of your worst days, you kind of like, oh, I'm tripping. I'm about to just do it, you know, like, because I clearly got through that before, you know, and that's what adversity is, man. That's what getting over adversity is. And also, pretty much, man, it's going to sound simple, but I'm just discovering over the last 12 months, which is actually exercising faith, man. Literally. Just exercising faith. I've always been I give God about a good week or two, and then I'm going to do it my way. You know what I mean? So now it's more of a,
Really?
What?
That's how you thought?
What?
What you just said?
As far as faith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really exercised true faith. Wow. Yeah.
But also, too, we get to that great faith point. But even
I mean, it took examples and experiences for me to get to that point, because we as humans, we feel like we have so much control over our own lives.
Also, right.
And that's not true.
You're right. You're right. Exactly
We have
right.
control over certain things, but we don't have control.
It's a lot more going on.
Yeah, there's a lot
Than just
many
us
more
waking up in the
components.
morning, walking around.
Exactly.
Right. And understanding that as a whole,
Yeah,
is something that people need to do. And I forgot what I was about. That was dope. Whatever, I forgot. I'll remember in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the questions that I got was society designed to keep people distracted? Oh, can we put the another lady told me that we don't put the phone number up enough. She was on my head. She said she see the phone number, then every time she grab her phone to go call, it ain't up there no more.
To call in?
Yeah.
Tell her to get quicker. Okay.
Man, so look. So, and I'm gonna put these two questions together. So, is the society designed to keep people distracted?
Now it is.
What habits keep people mentally asleep? And people might
Social media.
The phone.
hate me for this, dude. Begging Jesus, bro.
Hold on, what you mean?
Feeling as if you have to beg someone other than you, outside of you, to get what you need. So everybody say, man, if it's God's will, or if Jesus want me to have it, or if this and anything, I pray for it.
So
Who
you
knows?
mean
That's it.
sitting and
I'm gonna say
waiting.
sitting and waiting,
Got you.
or just even thinking that you need to do that, dog.
Yeah, but
You don't need no middleman. Like, you don't need. All you need to do is start putting your shit into play.
but you can't tell that to people who've been under the mentality of.
But that's why we talking about it.
No, but
And
Under what mentality?
I understand of that you gotta beg to get what you want.
that you gotta look for somebody outside of yourself to help you.
What is
Because everybody, you name it right now, we done had a white savior.
not necessarily a white savior. You don't think there's a higher power than you, or like y'all? Y'all
No, I don't think so. I mean, like,
There is, but
as a whole.
there's nothing can do for you more than you can do for yourself. If you ever read, the story of footsteps about the sand, the footprints that's in the sand about Jesus. The thing about if you at least take one step, God will take two. That alone is more different than sitting up here waiting.
And also, one thing that he said is the day you wanted me to know, he said, I want you to understand, when I was on earth, I was a man just like you. Like,
definitely.
there is nothing greater than what you can do inside of yourself. We are all the same exact piece. There is nothing greater than you than us as a whole.
Okay.
Other than that, that's it.
That's interesting what y'all saying. I don't
that's
agree.
it.
but-
You don't have to agree, but the proof is, let your ass fall. Who gonna pick you up? You.
Physically?
Yeah, you. That's it. There's nothing in the world. Because you wonder how can a person with no legs, no arms run around. It's because his willpower.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No. Because, I mean, I get you laughing, but the truth is,
that was the way it came out. Was pretty funny.
yeah.
there's people don't have your limbs, right?
Right.
But they do more. And it's crazy that to say
How do you think they do more?
Because I seen them.
But it's a certain will behind just them.
But
That's what I'm saying.
The will that they will. Some people somber just lay in the bed and don't do nothing.
Yeah.
So that's not God saying wake up. No, that's them saying I got to get my ass up.
Yeah, but that's that motivation is behind God.
Sometimes-
You can't take all that's arrogant
No,
to
it's
think
not.
that you're God.
No,
I
not at
never
all.
went- I
Not at
never-
all.
I
Not at
never-
all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Hold on, and
It is. It is not. It is
I
not.
get what you're saying. But hear me out from a person. I got what you're saying because you got to realize by you being who you are, right? And I say this from the bottom of my heart. By you being who you are, and you coming into this newfound thing, and there's people been lost since you known them. It's hard to say just do this.
Yeah, that's why we talking about it.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying because I've been a person. People come to me, man, how did you do this, bro? I mean, dang. I say it's easy.
No,
You know what I mean?
you're not talking about what, so the direct question was, you think you God? Do you think you God?
No,
I do.
Biblically,
I
yeah.
think we're an extension of God.
Biblically,
that's God.
Yeah, because it say ye are God. I mean, biblically, yes, but physically, no. God wouldn't have gout. You know what I mean? God
Maybe
wouldn't have-
there's a bigger purpose.
No, that's because we having this experience down here. That's where the doubt come
But
from.
why
Doubt
that?
don't exist nowhere but on this.
What you say?
Doubt don't
say
don't
gout.
exist. Doubt.
I say gout.
He talking about
Gout.
the ailment. Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
But
That's
the ailment. God wouldn't have gout. This is what I was trying
course.
to explain to him. So I don't think I'm a God, but am I part of God?
You only have
Yes.
gout in this experience that we're having right here, right now. You're not gonna have it. You're not about to go back up to heaven with no gout.
Who said
It ain't gonna happen.
We didn't come from heaven.
No, listen, we're all still in heaven. Now, listen, this don't get way past what you know what I mean, like, because people not really there yet, but you already, like, your soul is in heaven. It never leaves heaven. You are a extension of your soul.
I can see how you saying, but how you saying it don't seem possible. And telling someone it is, and you come into this newfound thing, it's hard to describe that and tell it to people and make them believe it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
action speak.
Yeah.
So you don't
Yeah.
have to speak anything. For
Right.
somebody
But
to believe.
man, please, you know
Yeah.
how many people died and action was made and everybody like still didn't get it.
Okay, it wasn't meant for them to get it that way or
But see,
receive the message.
that's what he talking about. That stuff. If it was meant for God, if it was meant for me to have God to give it to me, that's not.
No, not like that. Everybody's walk is different. Everybody has a different path and journey, in my opinion. So my journey is not like
I
yours.
totally agree.
Yeah, my journey's not like yours. You're supposed to experience gout or whatever other ailment you may deal
You
with.
making fun of my gout?
No, I'm just saying
Because
that's some
signed up
old
for
motherfucker shit. But I can't relate, so that's not my path or journey.
It's my age. You might feel it.
How old are you?
54.
I'm 46. Well, I'll be 46 in July, so I'm not that far behind you.
Well, you might be on your way.
I'm not gonna have no goddamn gout. I can guarantee you.
No, you don't guarantee it, bro. I'm telling you. Okay? Hey, you think God is just an old person? Man, please. God hurts.
I know,
Man, how did we get on this subject, man?
Because he was talking about God
but
wouldn't have gout.
but also sickness is not of God. You're right. But that's something that we experience down here when we're out of alignment with us being the God that we are. So I feel you. I'm not saying I'm God and everybody needs to come through me, but what I'm saying, I'm an extension.
God lives in you. Yeah,
God lives in me.
We're an extension of God,
But
right?
like,
Yeah,
but
we can agree on that.
yeah, but it's like we're Him. You know what I mean? Like it's like you are Him also. Like I don't want people to feel like
He's in all of us.
Yeah, and I just don't want people to feel like how they've been saying like it's this God sitting up there, you know what I mean, with a white beard, sitting on the throne. You know, what I mean?
All visuals that I see of like Jesus and God, I don't trust it because
No, Jesus said that ain't
like, how do y'all know? Yeah, I feel it though. I know what I feel.
He said people do pray to those and he understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what people needed. But also, and what was crazy was when we was talking about faith, he was like, yeah, faith, yeah, but we're moving more into knowing.
Right.
Like, yeah, like, you know, like Jesus like, dog, you don't have to have faith in me no more. I'm about to show you, bro. I'm about to show you who I was. I'm about to show you where I was at. You about to literally be able to see I existed and what was going on.
So you proved my point when I was saying actions. People see versus you telling them.
Who's seen Jesus work?
Huh?
Who's seen Jesus work?
You're Jesus' work. I'm Jesus' work.
No,
He's Jesus' work. What are you talking about?
No, we're not.
What are you talking about?
So,
what have you made it through?
A whole lot.
Exactly. That's Jesus' work.
You think that was Jesus' work?
You think you did that?
That's God's work. God and Jesus not the same, brother.
I get what you're saying, but you
No.
just trying to troll right now.
No, I'm not trolling. I'm telling you the truth. This is what's wrong with people. You have children, right?
Yes.
If they walk in your house and just walk straight through the door, run off through your house and don't say hi to you, that's not the respect you deserve. This is what God been saying through all scripture, through the Holy Quran.
So you saying that God said don't praise Jesus?
God is
Basically,
he's much I don't want to see it. This is what I'm saying. With you, it's a different story because.
But let me just say why though. I'm not trying to take nothing from
your experience.
But it's what you. But see, what you supposed to do with Jesus is so much stronger, than just praying. Like you mean, just praise because he said it. He said, "I never asked for your praise or your worship." He said ever. He's never ever. He said that's some human stuff. Yeah. That's what humans do to feel like they're better than somebody. I don't need that.
So
I do everything out of unconditional love. Right.
Yeah.
Your actions is what make me
that's
feel good.
That's the only thing I'm saying. That's y'all are saying the same thing.
Yeah, that ain't what you said, but okay.
But also too, like I said, everybody's is different.
That I just said that everybody's journey is different.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
You have to respect them where they coming from.
Would dictate the outcome. You said their journey. When he was speaking, he was talking about a journey. This is what I'm saying.
He said somebody's personal experience. That is a journey through life.
Okay, however you put it, right? Terminology would dictate the outcome every time. That's why I said no. Jesus had nothing to do with me. But God had everything to do with me.
That's your personal opinion.
No, it's not my personal opinion. That's factual.
Maybe if you started trusting Jesus more, you wouldn't have gout.
You talking about? I see where the conundrum was trying to come in, but you ain't a good follow-upper. But that's what I'm trying to tell you is that the bottom line is you should know that if you ever read scripture that
I have read. I grew up in the church.
Well, you need to grow down. Listen, I'm trying to tell you that Jesus has nothing to do with God, bro.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Because God the one who gave me life. Jesus didn't. Because if that was the case, Jesus would never die.
He died for your sin.
He didn't die for mine. Who did he die before that?
Huh?
No, hey bro, for real though.
I get what
understand,
y'all
but
saying.
right, and then
You
this is-
just-
no,
you
this
just
is what- this
purposely
is-
like trying to go against the grain.
No, I'm not trying to go against the grain. The truth is, people be acting like nobody lived before Jesus, and there was millions of people that was born before Jesus.
Were you there
Of course I was.
But also too, like
in spirit?
it
Of
wasn't.
course I was.
It wasn't that he was dying for your sins. He was dying for you to understand like this body is nothing, and that's why he came back. He wanted people to understand like this is not who you really are. You know what I mean? Like you are more. As we said, we gotta have a heart, we gotta have a mind, and we gotta have a spirit. People was only thinking with their minds and their hearts was blackened by everything that they was seeing. So they was all messed up off rip. And that's what he was just trying to say. Like, you got to put those three together so you can understand exactly who you are.
Right.
And with you thinking that you less than, you can't be who you are.
Well, it's not necessarily people thinking they're less than. I think more people take on the approach of being subservient. So when you thinking from a subservient mindset, you think you have to rely on bowing down, like you said, or,
Right.
or begging,
Right.
versus actually just communicating and talking,
Right.
and asking God for what you want. You look confused. Did I
I
say
look
a word that
confused
you
because
didn't
God already
understand?
knew what you needed.
Huh?
God already knew what you needed before you even got here.
True.
So it's not about what you want. It's what you are destined to be no matter what. That's why he gave you gifts.
Purpose, right?
Purpose, definitely my number one word.
But also, too, they also told me that when you choose what's about to happen on your way down here, what your purpose is more so you and your higher mind. Which is also an extension, you know what I mean?
your
The canal, but
conscious
it's
and your
it's
subconscious
just down
mind.
there fine. Yeah, it's just down a little bit farther. But you come up with what you're going to do in this life, what you're going to learn, what you want to experience in your job, as far as what your theme will be for this life. So you go through that, and as you go through that, finding yourself and having these experiences about who you are, that's how you become more of what God wants and who you are.
I agree.
So like, I just think like it's people who like, and I'm not talking about you, bro, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about this many times on higher levels, and if people did read the Bible how you read the Bible, bro,
Yeah, I
we
get
wouldn't
it.
even need to even have these conversations.
Because I see both sides of it. I see what's
and you
lived and I
but-
see what's written.
But you can also, but you can take the written stuff and put them both together to really understand what it is. A lot of people scared to do that. You know what I mean? Like you
And
really
tell
can
it.
put them together and tell it. You're exactly right.
Yeah, because a lot of people are scared. Because when they talk about God,
Yeah, I was scared.
flooded the earth.
I'm sorry, I was
flooded
scared,
the
bro.
world. I'm like, he ain't flooded no damn world. He flooded the world that you've seen, that you thought of. Because you only thought of the world that you've seen.
Yeah.
If the earth is flooded up, he ain't flooded below. That's the dumbest shit ever.
that
So,
might be there might be their outlook. That may be how they're supposed to
that's
connect.
from their point of view.
Everybody's thing is different.
So in the real world, after a while, when the Indians and Custer had a fight, the Indians said white man look no further than nose. So if they don't see it, they don't believe it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they beliefs come from.
But they never they thought that everybody was as spiritually conscious as they were. They didn't understand it. If you look at the log for Christopher Columbus, he explains Native Americans beautifully. Like they work together and they do this together and they do this and they don't fight as much and they got these territories and they all live together and this and this. And the first thing he said after that was, it's going to be easy to dominate these
Kill
people.
them.
You know what's crazy? A lot of the textbook stuff we didn't learn, certain stuff in the Bible, I don't necessarily believe. That stuff has been manipulated.
Absolutely.
In so many
Third,
ways.
it's in English.
Bro,
Hello?
but that's the only, like,
Yeah.
if people can just come to that conclusion and just understand, but
And just look from
look at
within.
what was happening then, dog. You ain't got to read, or just look at what was happening. Look at what the Council of Nicaea was doing. Look at what the Catholics was doing, dog. And you can say whatever you want to say, but look at what they were doing. They was basing it all off money, and they were taking that away from you. So Jesus told you, you can do everything I can do and more, but they don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So if he says
Well,
that,
that
then why
stuff is
won't you do more?
left
I mean, but what I'm saying, if you're thinking that Jesus is so much higher than you, then you're never thinking that.
Yeah.
Like that verse don't really mean nothing to you. It's not many people out here who be like, man, I can be on Jesus' level, but you can.
That's
you
why-
can be an ascended master. You can be like, you gotta understand you have those possibilities.
That's why I love the Book of Clarence. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorite.
it's dope.
That's one of my favorite movies to break down the monotony and the BS that's going on in our mentalities.
Yeah.
And all he wanted to see was wanting to know, well, why y'all love Jesus so much? Why y'all can't respect me? And then he found out that every man has a burden to carry.
Yeah.
Every man has a cross to bear. And that's why when they showed him about going upon the cross and getting crucified, every man have a cross to bear.
Every man cross bear. And now
Their own journey.
also too,
Yes.
and as we said, your theme, what you set up to learn
What
to
you-
do
what you
in
willing-
this life before
right.
you even got here.
What you willing to accept?
And you know what? I mean, I think what intercepts between everybody's journey is when you're on earth, everybody's purpose is to help change each other.
Right.
I go through certain stuff that you may learn from. You may go through stuff that I learn from. Everybody is interconnected. That is a true purpose here of changing each other's lives, and God lives through us and showcases His actions and strength
and
through
not
us.
and not forcing that on them.
Right.
You just live it and allow
And you-
them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we could do that, it would be beautiful. But everybody telling you better go tell that person that they better you going to hell. You better go there.
Yeah.
Are you ready for Jehovah's return? You know what I mean?
Why you go country? Are you ready?
I was like, dude, slander door. No, I don't slander door nobody. I love everybody. You know, what they believe. But what I'm saying is that will never happen with the God that was explained to me. There is no team, bro. There is no special team. There is no thing that you can do to make you better than anybody else and get you to hell. You can pray 1,000,000 prayers. You're going to heaven. You can kill 1,000,000 people. You're going to quote unquote heaven. Everybody goes to the same place. After this is not like anything that dies is not real. Your body,
The physical
earth.
Yeah, the physical. I get it.
anything that dies is not real.
So the theory of Jesus is not even
But there's
real.
a spirit. That's it.
Yeah.
But so the theory of Jesus is not even real.
Why?
Because that was all based upon death.
What do you? Let me ask you this: outside of God, what do you believe in? Like you
only believe
are you
in God.
Muslim or what?
I only believe in God.
Is God-
Muslim is the same thing.
I'm just saying, as far as a figure.
Why have a figure if you believe in God?
I was just asking.
No, I only believe in God because it don't make no sense. Anything that you praise other than God, that's stupid.
Now, have you? So you're an adult now. Did you feel like that as a kid?
I started feeling that as a child when I was like 6, 7 years old.
I didn't start. Yeah, I didn't start feeling that shit till college.
I've been talking
So
to
you got to like more.
I started being around people who weren't
Different
Christians,
views,
and they were beautiful people. And then they start talking to me about how they felt about Christianity, and I was
you
like,
could literally feel,
damn, you kind of right." And they be like, "But y'all say you do the most un-Jesus things I've ever seen before." Like they going off, and she was right, bro.
But at the same time, like I said, I've been talking to the dead since I was at least 6 that I can think, that I can remember.
Yeah.
So
That's why you look like that.
Yeah, that's why. But that's,
No, I'm just-
that's because you talk for no reason. But listen, at the same time, you think that you do to help you get the apples. Anyway, so at the end of the day, no, but seriously, I've been talking to the dead since then. I knew my gift when I was younger.
So what is?
I was able
speaking.
I was able to talk to the dead, like literally talk to the dead.
But that's great, man, because people need to understand that they're not that far away.
Yeah, but again, telling my mother that made me feel stupid when I was like,
of course.
Till I came there and said, "Ma, Cecilia said happy birthday." She think I'm in the other room on the phone. She said, "Oh, your auntie just called." I said, "No, your mother said happy birthday." I did not know my grandmother's name was Cecilia till that day. So she just tears started running. I remember me being 8 years old right before this happened on her birthday. We go to the airport to go to Philadelphia. She said, "Pete, when you go in this airport, you better not talk to a motherfucking soul." And she wasn't talking about spirits. Every time I talked to somebody in the airport, I always wound up befriending them because I was attracted to their suits. And I walk up to somebody who brother just crossed over, said, "Bobby said he wish he was here." And they just break down and around to get my birthday. So in my house, I had over 39 to 40 something big ass stuffed animals that come from overseas that they sent me. So my mom said when I went to Philadelphia, she's like, "You better not talk to another motherfucker in this
But
airport."
you see, but do you understand how much of that is missing because people just limit it because they saying this of the devil or something like that?
Yeah, and that'd be bullshit.
And not just following instructions.
That's how, bro. When I was little, seeing everything, I had some imaginary friends, And they treated me like I was crazy about the imaginary friends. I tell them what to say. I tell them what they say. I tell them, like, I saw them. They was there. But they treated me a certain way. And then I remember the day that they left. But now I understand what was going on. And people, it's so much going on around us. You know what I mean? Like, and also all these people, and another reason why I want people to, start to become more conscious, because you out here thinking that you by yourself, and you never by yourself.
That's
like,
stupid.
Not only Jesus, like, you also have your own personal spirit guides. Everybody got their own personal angels. Like, you don't understand that. Like, you have to understand what you have and use that shit. You got your higher self. You have to use it. Why has God forsaken me? Because you don't do shit. I'm telling you. It's what it is, dog. You have to understand what you have and use it. I can only imagine what it would be to be a spirit guide for one of these people, bro. And you trying your best to help them go the right direction.
What if you're a spirit guide for Kanye?
I don't think Kanye's crazy.
Yeah, hell no, he ain't crazy. I don't think nobody crazy. Truthfully,
He's just stupid.
No,
man.
no.
He just
That's
entered
your
the
opinion. You think everything is stupid or dumb?
No, because I never said nothing. Stuff that's dumb. You can't come back from being dumb. You can learn from being stupid. That's why they say deaf, dumb, and blind. You can't come back from being dumb. You can come back from being stupid because people could teach you. When you're stupid, you can teach, right? When you're stupid, you're willing to learn, you can learn. But Kanye is stupid. He don't listen. I told somebody
Maybe he's being led by something.
by stupidity. But the truth is, I told when they announced him being a billionaire, right, on my podcast, the very next day, I said, "Watch he be the first billionaire to lose his money."
So you were judging him?
No, I wasn't judging him. I just know patterns. I know it's stupidity. You a black man in America. You cannot tell these white boys to do with their money. And all he was doing was gauging what he's going to be owed. It's just common sense.
That's not all sense. Isn't common.
It was my common sense, and I was right.
or maybe he just putting on an act.
He's not putting on an act.
No,
maybe he's making fun of a lot of stuff.
I just think people need to stop judging him. Just let him be him.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. But everybody like, oh, that dog. If you ignored him, like, you know what I mean? If you didn't jump on everything he said and did, you wouldn't even talk.
I didn't know shit he said or done.
I'm not comparing him to the animals at the zoo, but one of the best ways for us to train the most vicious animals was to ignore them.
Yeah. It's a good way.
But we spend so much time putting aspects on those type of things.
We live in an age where somebody can't just scroll past somebody's opinion. They have to.
They gotta read it. Then they gotta say something. Look at this fool. This fool do.
For the record, I never said nothing until when they announced he just became a billionaire night before last. I said how it marks, because everybody talking about how smart. I said, man, listen, it's not smart when white folks owe you. It's not, because they're not going to pay you.
Find a way not to give it to you.
They're not going to pay you.
And take something else.
There's nowhere in history that is showed to prove to be real.
Well, he has too much influence. We know how that goes.
Oh, he influenced you?
Huh?
He influenced you?
But also,
College Dropout was an influential album. What do you mean?
I got you. But I'm saying he's not that much of an influence on people who have intelligence. He's not.
Okay, that leads right to one.
Yeah.
That leads right into the next question that the lady asked. Yeah, it was. That's funny too, because it said, can you be unconscious and intelligent? Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what Jesus told me.
You said unconscious but intelligent.
Yes.
No.
I think you can.
Okay.
I mean, because when you're intelligent, I take that basically, and let's not say intelligent. Let's say book smarts.
Oh no, I don't believe in book smarts. So go ahead.
Let's say book smarts. When you book smart, when you know a lot, when you graduated from Harvard, when you did this and that, like, that's a fast way to make you unconscious, because you're reading tons of the book. And that's another thing what you was talking about, man. And that's crazy that he said this, but he said put the books down. Everything that you need is in you.
already.
Like, look inside. Like, he really said that. Put the book. He didn't tell me that he wrote a book, but at the same time, he said put the books.
but the question that you
He did tell me he wrote a book, though.
Repeat the question. What you just asked. Can you be
unconscious and intelligent?
The answer is no, because if something is being into you, how is it gonna fucking come out? The only way you know someone is intelligent because it has to come out.
Right. They got to do something intelligent.
Exactly.
Say something intelligent.
So if you're unconscious on whatever you're gonna fight for,
Wait. Were you speaking unconscious meaning as far as not being aware of self?
Yes, being not under.
unaware of self.
Unaware of self. He's not talking about like unconscious.
I'm talking about as
I'm not stupid like that.
being limited, not understanding what consciousness is.
Right.
Okay, so yes,
Right.
but that's why I said terminology would dictate the outcome. So you have to say it because you can't.
You can be intelligent and still lost.
All day.
You could be drifting in this
But
world and
that's
know
the thing,
a lot
though.
of stuff that doesn't apply.
Everybody wants
Everything
to be.
apply.
But everybody wants to be.
No, it doesn't.
Well, everybody wants to be intelligent. You know what I mean? But in reality, you don't have to be. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do what they say is intelligent. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about that. The labels, it's not about none of that shit.
Right.
Like, we
Well,
strive and strive and strive.
That's
dog,
what has put
to be a
put
part
in
of
front
labels,
us.
dog.
Yeah.
And we forget who we are because we think we one of the labels, and you can't even be a label, dog.
Oh, I
You
learned
can't
that
be a
quickly,
label.
man.
When somebody try to tell you got to be this or this, you can't, dog.
Yeah.
You can't.
I don't
You
like
either got to
that.
be good or you're bad.
Yeah.
Don't work like that.
So here, intelligence is the cognitive capacity to learn,
Got it.
understand, reason, plan, and solve problems efficiently, often adapting to new situations.
Okay.
So if you go by the definition of intelligence, you cannot be that way.
Well, I get what I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying overall is, you ever heard the term, you so smart, you dumb?
You're so smart, you're stupid.
You so smart, you're stupid.
Yeah.
But that's essentially meaning
No book sense. I
this
mean,
put-
you only got book sense and not common sense.
you haven't lived. That's all I'm saying. You can still be living and existing on this earth, but not have actually lived,
Bro.
Oh yeah, well, if that's the case, yes.
Yeah.
but
I
that ain't what that sentence said originally.
I had a girlfriend back in the day who was super intelligent and book smart. But when you talk about that common sense and that, my God.
Yeah.
She was like a dingbat, bro.
But you know what that comes from?
I had my best
But it
friend
comes
like
from
that.
experience.
Yeah.
You have to experience.
Right, you gotta have them
things
experiences
to be
too.
able to apply the intelligence too.
But also, too, and I talked to y'all about the extraterrestrials. We can't teach the way we teach. You have to go out and experience it and do it. There's no way to some people can, but you're going to read it, learn that, and after the test, you're going to forget that shit.
I got something great for that. Then,
What?
who do you believe? Who would make the smartest businessman? A drug dealer who never been to jail that passed away and created his business, or a person who graduated from Harvard?
First of all, a drug dealer who's still alive, he can be anybody.
He done passed the master test.
He can be anybody.
So if you get that concept,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't give a damn what you pour in.
See? But
It's what projects outward.
But that comes
that's-
from experience.
yeah.
Wait a minute, but wait a minute. Everybody had their own journey, right?
Yeah.
So let's get that straight.
Yeah.
Quote you, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is a person who's a dope dealer, he understands the basics of business and didn't have to go through 5 years to 8 years of college.
And more than that, you understand the basics of people.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing, the basics of business. That he already knew distribution, manufacturing, all that promotion. Right? He gets it. That's why when drug dealers are like a Jay-Z, a Nas, they could come be more successful.
Jay-Z lame as hell. But go ahead.
That's fine. You saying that, but you know, I bet you if you hire you work for him.
No, I
so
wouldn't.
yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Stop it, nigga. You about to be on.
Come on,
What
man.
the fuck I look
Point,
like?
man.
A public nigga? No. If I make a choice, I wouldn't work for Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z is one of the fakest people on earth.
Oh, you never met him though, right?
No.
Okay.
I can see what he projects, right?
How?
What we see.
You can't see that because you don't know.
And this is you caring about some shit that don't apply to you. This is how I feel. Why do you care?
I don't, but I'm trying to say you can't make that a factual statement because it don't make sense.
It's my fact. I wouldn't work for Jay-Z. I think he's a snake.
But yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, breaking down. But that also goes into breaking down those wasn't like, oh, he's a millionaire, so you got to work for him. You know what I mean? He drives, so you got to work for him.
Jay-Z.
People have to break all those down. Period. As you said, that shit just don't resonate with me. And if it don't, then that's not what I'm a part of.
Right.
And people gonna look at you like you crazy.
Right.
You turned that money down for that. You turned that money down for that.
Turning the money
No.
Right.
I'm not, I know what you were saying.
Right.
I'm just talking. It led me to what I be seeing.
That's
hearing
a good
people
point,
do.
though.
You know what I mean? Like you turned that money down for that. You turned that money for that. Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's like
crazy.
you
then?
would do anything for money, huh?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, if that's the case, hell no. You
Right.
talk to a nigga. I never had a job.
Congrats.
I never worked for nobody.
Congratulations.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this is how I know when people say certain things. When I won the marketing contest with Steve Stout, they're like, well, if you come to here for 6 months, live here in New York for 6 months, you can work for translations. I'm not trying to work for nobody. I came into this contest because somebody dared me and said I couldn't do it. I done it. I won it. It stated. I'm cool. Now, me trying to get some money from you is different. I just want to show people that I know my market, my brand.
Why did you care what they thought?
I didn't give a fuck what nobody
Why
thought.
did you do the contest then?
Because
You did it because people said you couldn't.
no, I did it because I know who I am. And the marketing people that people be following be bullshit. And
So were you proving that to yourself?
I did it to me. Yeah, I did it for myself. I did it for me. Anything I do, majority of the times I do it for me. I'm not going to try to compete with people.
I get it.
Because, number one, I was always the smallest nigga playing football. I done broke 4 niggas' legs, 2 collarbones, and I'm the smallest one. But I wasn't trying to be in the NFL. When my mother
What
said she-
position you play? What position you play? Cornerback.
I played quarterback, and wide receiver.
Ooh, okay.
So, but that's beside the point. And I ain't gonna tell you how many times
This
I hurt.
nigga just start laughing.
I ain't gonna tell you how many times I hurt people in the neighborhood. But that's beside my point. Hurting people wasn't. I thought hurting people was cool, but hurting people wasn't the dang football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's brutal shit. But I just did it. I was small and I was saying shit. I never been hurt in sports. Never. I didn't have a broken finger, nothing. But people used to be like,
I did.
Hell yeah.
but I
Definitely did.
that's why I thought I was so sweet because I never been hurt, and I always hurt people. But I thought hurting people was the thing. And again, dealing with other people, no, I would not do anything for money. But however, when I found out Will Smith people was doing the gospel movie thing, and they wanted to possibly redo that, I'm like, sell it to them. I don't give a fuck what Will Smith did. I don't give a damn if he gay. It's not about the money. I don't.
Just randomly.
What did that have to do? But also too, no.
Everybody was judging him.
Yeah, but that's what I love also too is over these years I've been able to break down a lot of walls about a lot of things. I automatically start thinking about people.
When you was in,
You know what I mean?
LA.
Like yeah, like I really just automatically just start thinking this as soon as you say something, and then I would be mad as hell when other people used to do it to me. Like, oh, you from Detroit, you know what I mean? Or you look, you know what I mean? Like literally
Just prejudging.
in LA, I felt like I had a shirt on that said I will kill you. Because if I would walk down the street, people was going across the street. Like it wasn't even like no type of trying to hide nothing type of deal. So I always act like I was that type of, you know what I mean? I ain't like that type of things, but I was doing it.
Yeah.
And I was doing it heavy. So I'm very, 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 very thankful that that's one of the things that had cleaned up for me. All right, Lo, we had talked about it. We was talking about being younger and what we used to see. Was it something ever that happened to you that made you spark and say something like, I think something else is going on other than what I know, or something may be a little different than what I was taught?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what? I'll just speak on just my upbringing. So, looking back as a child, like I understand what my mother's purpose was as far as like trying to shield us from a lot of stuff, right? So it's like you growing up right in the middle of like warfare, pretty much. But our little bubble, we ran things a little differently under my mother's watch, you know. So I look at that, and I, as an adult, and certain things that I went through, I feel like I could have avoided a lot if it was just a little more transparent for me to see. around me. So like I saw certain stuff, but it was almost taught to be like, yeah, we don't associate with that. Almost like ignore it. Don't even worry about that. But then you get in the actual real world as an adult and your ass gets smacked.
Yeah.
You know, like I did. I got smacked in so many different directions because it was like I didn't know what to expect or look out for.
Think about what they say about the pastor's kids and how they act when they first. You know what I mean?
You reach the world. It's like
cliche,
yeah, that reality is harsh. So me looking back at that, I would say that in general is don't just try and live in a bubble. Like acknowledge certain stuff going on around you and why it's wrong, not just saying that's wrong.
And also too, as we were talking about how everything happens for you, not to you, you got to see what's all happening. Because some people will get very, very focused on just what they want to see that's happening when there's so many other things around you that's happening that you're not even paying attention to.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that too. And that's also come from us having these labels and these thoughts about who we want to be.
Facts.
And what's good and what's bad. Somebody get married, it's a certain thing that has to happen before they have a good marriage and before they have a bad marriage. You know what I mean? Like it's close and close to that. If you got kids, you got to be this and this to be a good father, or this and this, or you a bad father.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
That's why I stay transparent with it.
It ain't no... It's no middle ground. People don't understand. This is a and thing.
Well, the realities. So, like, one of the realities like when I got older was, again, we grew up in that bubble. But as I got older, I realized that was a whorehouse 2 doors down from me.
Yeah,
that was a whorehouse. Like, and we outside hooping, all this activity. One of them was a pimp. His name was Godfrey. That nigga looked evil. But we stayed in our own world. We hooping right in front of the house. We seeing girls go in and out. You know what I'm saying? We seeing street walkers, whatever it was. But it's like, you go in your house. My mother was like, yeah, don't even worry about all of that. Yeah. I'm like, what is that though? It's like, I don't know. They always partying. It's kind of like, instead of that, I wish she would have just been like, yes, it's something called prostituting, son, or trafficking. You know,
let me tell you why you don't want to be a part of
this. This is why it's wrong versus just ignore it and do what I said. You know, so that's why I talked to Lil Emory. Like, I'm very transparent with Emory with certain stuff, man.
And that's good, man.
Yeah,
and
it's great because some people can't talk to their children.
I know it's a fear.
What was crazy is that my mom and my grandma, who I live with, were like new Christians. I didn't know that when I was a kid. So they was that gun ho, that fiery Christian, like
judgmental.
You definitely wasn't no cursing in the house. You know what I mean? Like definitely, my grandma didn't even want us to dance. But for real,
they were strict.
Yeah, they were like that. But when I stepped outside, I'm living in Highland Park, late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
So everything is going on right on the other side of that door.
Yes. So question to you. So I'm glad you said that. In the movie Sinners, when the whole cultural thing was going on, people didn't get it. Dancing bring on certain aura.
I got freaked out doing that scene. Ask anybody.
And most people don't get it. So that's why there's so many different types of dances that was representing how people actually communicate. Have you heard the story of Fella?
Fella?
Yeah, a Fela.
No.
So Will Smith and Jay-Z partnered up and started taking Fella on a whole world tour. But it was about an African who lived his life through dance, but he had AIDS, right? And he had all these different wives. So it's real deep. This whole thing is deep. So dancing brings upon different auras or spirits, they would say.
Absolutely.
So I didn't understand the whole dancing when we was younger. You know what I mean? Like when we were younger, we couldn't do African dance neither because our parents was ignorant to what African dancing was about.
Yeah.
I like the African dance because male African dancing was cool as hell. And then when I started noticing in Beat Street, when they did the breakdown, and the African dancers came out and started dancing. I was like, oh, this shit go together. But as they broke it down, it actually represented different parts of old boy's life. And I did not get until Sinners came out.
It's all frequency.
I was digging at how.
No, I freaked out during that scene. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, bro.
You high?
No, I could just.
You knew what it was about.
I could just feel it. You know what I mean? Like I could. Like that scene.
I'm gonna go back and watch it again tonight.
Yeah, you gotta watch it and you gotta just look into it. Like that scene, I got freaked out.
I haven't watched the whole movie.
Yeah, I had to get up and like it's
almost like they were calling something.
Yeah, bro, I was feeling it. Like I was like not like oh you feel the song. No, I was feeling the frequency. Like you gonna feel a call. Like you gonna.
And
you will see.
To me, it was just saying,
you will see.
No matter what rhythm you on, we here to hurt you.
Yeah,
that's what it was saying.
Yeah.
But they were trying to say everybody need to work together because everybody, the drum, even though it was dancing,
everybody shit was mixing right into the other people. Everything was the same. All the different cultures together was mixing into one big sweet ass. No, that was a cold scene.
People didn't get it.
Very important scene.
I'm ready to go. So first thing I'm gonna do is try.
I'm not surprised that Jay-Z was in front of trying to push that on people.
No, he wasn't pushing it.
You said he took it on tour.
Because you have to watch, you have to read the story of Fila. Once you start reading about it.
But you said that's technically evil, right?
No, you're getting it mixed up. No, we was talking about the sinner's part.
Oh, okay.
About the different frequency. See, you judging.
I ain't judging. I just know what I feel and see. Yeah, Jay-Z is evil, bro. We can discuss that offline.
Quit watching sports.
Huh?
Because he produced some of the great. They managed some of the best basketball players there.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, no matter what, listen, we are trained to hate black people. We are. No matter what.
I'm not trained to hate black people.
If he was poor, would you say the same thing?
If he was influencing that amount of people, yes.
Poor people don't influence nobody. I asked you a direct question.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I said, if he was poor, would you say the same thing?
Yes, if he was influencing the same amount of people.
Poor people don't influence nobody.
You sound ignorant as fuck.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna say that right there.
No, we gonna debate, goddamn.
We're gonna pick that up. We're gonna pick that up next week for sure. Right where is that? All right, Voice in the Darkness. You got anything you want to leave us with?
No, this nigga crazy.
No, wait, didn't you say in the beginning of the show that you wasn't gonna say nothing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man,
I said that at the beginning and you brought me in this.
Law, what it do, my baby? Got anything you want to leave the people with?
Just be you, man. Be yourself. Be authentic, and everything else will just flow.
I got a quote here. Becoming conscious isn't about having answers. It's about realizing how many questions you never asked.
That's a good one.
It's a dope one.
Seeking intelligence.
Hey, listen, and I'm gonna leave y'all the same way I leave y'all every week. You are a very, very unique piece of the puzzle. So unique that nobody else is the same size, the same shape, or going to the same position. In order for all that is to be all that is, you have to fit perfectly in the puzzle as you. The hardest thing in the world to be is somebody else. The easiest thing in the world is to be yourself. All that is cannot be all that is unless you are yourself. All right? I love y'all. See you next week.
Word.
Check. 1, 2 for the mind state. Dez and Emory Law. Welcome to the show. Y'all tuned in now. Hit record, time to make it real. This that one show, mentally ill. We don't hide, we just chill. We say the kind of things that you feel. Raw talk from the couch to the curb. Every dark thought from the city to the burbs. From panics on Belle Isle, we even picking up calls. We unpack it all, no mask, no filter at all. Dez say, how you been? Low say, man, where I begin. From meds on the sink to nights you overthink. We drag it to the light, let it blink.
This is mentally ill. Say it out loud till it pop like the steel. We ain't running from the pain, we real. Every scar that you hide, we reveal. This is mentally ill. Talk that truth, let the shame stand still. If your mind feel heavy, just chill. Press play, pull up a chair, we heal.
We talk therapy, thirst traps, breakups, rent. Family that judge how your time gets spent. Label crazy since you was a teen. Now you finally learn what that label mean. We laugh hard, then we low-key cry. Dead air when you search for a why. Triggering a smell, story that you tell about that one night that still feel like hell. The same night that Dez went to jail. Every hard truth we credit, we said it. shit from locked doors to lady or trips, to shaking in your skin when the mood just flips.
This is mentally ill. Say it out loud till it pop like the steel. We ain't running from the pain, we real. Every scar that you hide, we reveal. This is mentally ill. Talk that truth, let the shame stand still. If your mind feel heavy, just chill. Press play, pull up a chair, we heal.
If you ever felt strange in a quiet room, felt your thoughts bloom into certain doom, let the stories in your headphones prove you ain't the only one stuck in that groove.
This is mentally ill. Say it